Today, I'm very happy to be announcing Sample Something, my brand new show here at Freebeat. Freebeat. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Freebeat, where I post new music-related content every single day, so if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Today's patron shout-out goes to all of my amazing patrons for helping me keep this show a secret for the past 7 months or so. You are all incredible. This is weird. Not going top down. Let's get started. I am so excited to be able to finally reveal and announce this show to you all. Let's kick things off with this little teaser. Sound is everywhere. What's that pipe? This is supposedly the largest watermelon in the world. And we all hear it differently. Okay, what does that sound like if we pitch it down? Ooh. Maybe with some reverb? That's cool. You know, I think we can turn this watermelon into an instrument. Let's put a little chorus on it. Oh yeah. Okay, so now that we've got that cropped, you're probably thinking snare drum or kick drum, but I'm actually thinking we can pitch it down and then reverse it and see how that sounds. That's super cool. Let's go ahead and drop one right in here on step 1 and pitch it way down. We're gonna go into our effects and play it forward. How about that? If we move it to track 2, we don't get that nasty clip. Wow. All right, we can worry about that clicking noise in a little bit, but for now I'm pretty pleased with where this is going. Forgive me if I look down, I've got a little bit of a script on my phone here. So, Sample Something. It is going to be a show broken up into multiple seasons. Each season is going to have different themes, a different theme per season, as well as a different piece of gear assigned to each season. Throughout the course of each season, I'll be traveling to different locations, finding and sampling as many sounds as I can, then using those sounds to make music. With the completion of each season, the goal is to have a finished track to present to you all. Back in October of 2022, Lady Freebeat and I disembarked on an over 3,000-mile, 2+ week-long vacation through 7 of the United States of America. It was the longest vacation either of us had ever taken, and you guessed it, on that trip, we filmed Season 1 of Sample Something. It was a fantastic experience, and the process of finding sounds to sample, I think, made the trip even better. For both of us, really. It was a lot of fun. Also, when I got home and started using the sounds to make music, I found myself a lot more inspired than I had been in the past, and I think that's because I already had these memories attached with these sounds that I'd recorded to make music with. So that was just a joy to do. I had a lot of fun. It's definitely got me excited to push forward with more seasons of the show in the future. Now, let's talk about how you can get involved. First of all, I'm very happy to announce the Sample Something Community Challenge. As of today, my Patreon page has been updated with all new rewards in addition to the previous rewards, and the new ones revolve around Sample Something. So the Sample Something Community Challenge is open to all patrons. That was very important to me. Even if it's just at $1 a month, I wanted the community challenge to be open to all patrons. And how that's going to work is at the end of each season of Sample Something, I'm going to give every single patron one sample from the concluded season of my choice for you to make a track with. There's probably going to be some other parameters too, and it'll vary from season to season. You know, we'll change things up to keep it fresh. And then all of the tracks are going to be showcased here on the channel. Crowd favorite tracks might even make their way into my end credit music for the normal videos on the channel, or live stream intro music, when we play kind of holding music waiting for folks to show up before the shows begin, and other places like that, so you can get your track featured on the channel. Of course, all patrons also get to keep that one sample to use as they see fit. So you can also think of it as just getting a sample at the end of each season of Sample Something. I'm really excited about this challenge. I kind of workshopped it with some of my existing patrons already, and we landed at a point with the challenge that I think we're all pretty happy with. Again, it was very important to me that I included all patrons, so even if you're just there at $1 a month, you can get access to this challenge. You still, at that dollar tier, do get access to the private Discord server as well, which just as of today got a Sample Something section. You also get a weekly behind-the-scenes vlog called Patreon Tuesday. That's Tuesday with a P in front of it. And you also get the chance to be shouted out in each video. At the beginning. I'm trying to make that dollar tier go a long way for everybody, as every little bit helps, and it is important to me to keep the channel and the show staying afloat. Now, there are some other rewards revolving around Sample Something as well. At the other tiers, you can get a WAV file of the completed track at the end of each season of Sample Something, as well as digital artwork for that track done by Lady Freebeat. Let's see, you can also get a sample pack that is made up of all of the samples from a season. Each season's going to be its own sample pack, and you can get those on Patreon. And you can also get the stems from the completed song at the end of each season of Sample Something, too. So if you want to get your hands on those stems, you can sign up for that on Patreon. Of course, all of my patrons are already a major reason I was able to do this show. Your support is just so appreciated, and I really couldn't do it without all of you, so thank you. Seriously, thank you so very much for your support. All right, the moment you've all been waiting for. Sample Something Season 1, Episode 1 will debut on Friday, February 24th at 5 p.m. PST, which is just the normal upload time for this channel anyway. After that, each new episode of Season 1 will come the following Friday, also at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, until the conclusion of the season, of course. Also, here's the part I really just added today, so I'm going to read it off the phone, sorry. This project first began back in April of 2022, when Lady Freebeat and I started planning our massive October road trip. We'd taken little vacations before, but nothing like this, so I knew I was going to have content lined up for the 2+ weeks we'd be gone. But I also wanted to take it one step further and make content on the trip, and shout out to Lady Freebeat for being down for this idea from the very start, because it was her vacation too. So at the same time we were planning, Sonicware was also starting to market their sample trek very heavily, and it wasn't long until the idea of sampling different sounds on our road trip formed, and the basis of Sample Something was born. I actually reached out to Sonicware, I believe back in May, and told them about the idea, asking if they'd be willing to send a sample trek to be part of Season 1, and they said yes. So the piece of gear that you're going to be seeing me with in Season 1 of Sample Something is the Sonicware sample trek. Thank you very much, Sonicware, for sending this unit out. I am really enjoying my time with it so far. Also, I will say, in that little teaser I gave you, there is a sneak peek of Season 2 as well. Now, like I said, each season will have its own piece of gear associated with it, as well as its own theme to keep things fresh. Also, to anyone worried about the longevity of the show, I'm proud to reveal that Season 2 is actually already done filming and is about to enter the editing process. And I'm thrilled to report that Season 2 is taking on its own identity, separate from Season 1, which is something I was really hoping for, to keep each season feeling like its own thing, but still part of the same show. I think this concept has a lot of space. I believe there's a lot of room to grow here, so as far as I'm concerned, this is only the beginning. Also, of course, you did see that little teaser at the beginning of the video for Season 1, but there will be a proper trailer for Season 1 coming out in the next couple of weeks as soon as I finish it up, so be on the lookout for that too. I just want to wrap things up by saying the journey to this point has been a pretty wild ride and a lot of work. The hardest thing for me personally has been fighting this impending sense of self-doubt that I'd even be able to pull off a project of this size. This is the largest project I've ever done at Freebeat. eclipsing everything by a lot, even the Next Level live show we did last summer, which that by itself was pretty big. So yeah, this has been massive. The daily content on the channel, which will still continue, by the way. Don't worry, the daily content is not going anywhere. This is just going to slot itself in right there with it. That content is pretty simple to shoot, edit, and upload. I've gotten it down to a science. I do 7 videos in 5 days usually. This was a whole different monster, though. So it really forced me out of my comfort zone, which at first I was terrified of. But now I'm really starting to appreciate, because I've learned a lot already just by working on season 1, and that has me really excited for future seasons. My goal is to keep learning and keep growing this show up through the seasons, and I'm really hoping to have you all by my side for the adventures. I know I mentioned Patreon earlier, but I just want to take this moment to thank everyone who has simply watched one of my videos, or left a like, or a dislike, or subscribed, or left a comment, good or bad, or shared a video with a family member or a friend. It really does mean the world to me. You, my audience, means the world to me, and I'd be so lost without you. So from the bottom of my heart, I really do hope that you enjoy this show. Just like I do hope that you enjoyed this announcement video. If you did, be sure to leave a like on it. If not, you can always leave a dislike. That's okay too. Doesn't hurt my feelings, just makes me try that much harder next time. Either way, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Thank you all so very much for being here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.